So I built that second commie block I promised I would do. I also promised that I would get on with building a gulag after I do. I guess my hands are tied. I got a bunch of bricks ready to go and started the first phase. I think I'ma build it over here, lots of flat ground, is good. But first, we gotta clear the trees and terraform this a little bit for it to be suitable for my glorious gulag. Alright, got all of that done, now let's build the fun stuff. My second favorite thing, only behind the guard towers, the depressing wall so that nobody escapes. Time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Damn, honestly though, the Citadel looks menacing from a distance. I love it. Oh well, back to building. And there we go, the wall in itself is done. Let's go. Okay, I got a few things done off camera, cause I'm not sure my PC that might as well be a raw piece of lithium could handle so much footage. This is the village I will, let's just say, utilize to running the gulag. What I have made is a big ass train track that goes all the way from the village to the gulag. I could say why that's for, but let's be you already know. You know what's gonna happen when the gulag is done. I made a compact little station at the end. There's not a whole bunch inside cause I don't know how I'm even gonna use it, if at all. But yeah, there's a pathway for my slaves, I mean very well treated employees to enter the gulag. I even made an archway and a parking lot for my horse. I built a secure entrance that guarantees no villager will ever escape. I mean, why would they even want to? They're gonna love it here. Whether they like it or not. I'm gonna build some barracks for these big-nosed dipshits to not freeze to death in this quite warm minus 58 degrees Celsius. Whoosh, it's done. Let me give you a tour. So, inside we have a single bed and the rest is gonna have to sleep on towels that are slapped on the floor. Some would call this cruel. I call it entertainment. Personally, I can't wait for the battle royale that will come with each night. I also made this villager-proof way to get on top of the building. I wasn't sure whether they can open normal trapdoors, so I slapped in some iron and made a hole in the ceiling to make it work. Monkey technology, ladies and gentlemen. I made a second, smaller barrack that's exactly the same except there's no bed this time. I gotta say though, what's the point of enslaving in a gulag when there's no work to be done? That's right, we're gonna place an order for approximately 1 forced labor. Let's go. And finished. Let's begin with what you can see. I made a logging thing over here. Of course, villagers won't be allowed to use axes, that's too dangerous. They're gonna have to cut down the trees with their big ass noses, and if they can't, then they get shot on the spot. Now over yonder is where the fun stuff is. I made a mine that goes down, which has a little mine shaft, and I should probably cover that up. Okay, no gulag workers escaping anytime soon. But yeah, we got a little mine where the villager will still not be allowed to use any tools. Also, they're not coming out unless they provide the state with at least 15 tons of coal and copper, which is what these things are. I used a mix of wool and blackstone to make these little piles. It's good. I will have to watch them though. I don't want to find out that I'm below quota just because a villager ate a few pieces from a desperate attempt to evade starvation. Remember kids, don't eat coal. Not because it's unhealthy and won't fix your problem, but because it will get you shot 5 times in the head. Whoosh, magic. I totally used creative mode and slapped this thing here and not spent 2 days grinding for gravel. But what is this? Is Komisarov is debil. I made it out of grey concrete because it's only slightly less depressing than using stone for a commie block. It doesn't have a lot of detail on the outside. You go around the back and there's nothing to see around the back. Let's go inside. See, it's very nice. On the right we have these interrogation chambers where we use humane methods to extract confessions to crimes the villagers totally did and we didn't falsify the evidence. Okay, let's drop the facade. We beat the shit out of villagers here for fun. Here we have the commissar's office. It's very nice cause that's what true communism looks like. The corrupt guys in charge get all the nice things, the guards entertain themselves by eating a potato down into a group of hungry workers, and the workers die en masse. Upstairs we have access to the roof. Is good. First room over here is the armory for depopulation. In this fine establishment we can even afford some ammunition, look at that. Then the last two rooms are for boring paperwork stuff, so that's most of the small things finished. Right now though, I'm gonna build something big. So a little thing happened on Discord, right?
I crave cobblestone. Who can give? Take all the cobble from my base.
It's free real estate. And we have arrived. Let's cleanse this building from every ounce of cobblestone. House still not furnished, I see. Oh yeah, give me that. I'm gonna snip it here. We found the motherload, comrades. He made this super smelter or something, which, that's right, random shit in the chest. Where he get picked up from? I'm gonna take his flowers from the iron farm too, I need them. You will see later. I wonder if he needs any of that bone meal. I could actually really use it. Of course, let's not forget sifting through his trash and, oh look, per cobble. And other useful stuff. I still seriously don't know why they just don't drop off their garbage at my place. I can really utilize like 80% of it. I might have to intervene at some point. I can't just let him destroy all these useful items. Other than that, I'd say a trip to my friend was very successful. Very well, it is done, mostly. What is it? It's a factory, Blin! We got smoke coming out the oversized vapes and then absolutely no details outside, cause that's the communist way. Let's get inside. Here the villagers can put on their safety equipment and oh god, oh no, looks like they're all empty. How could somebody is gonna get fired? Actually, I won't do jack shit and I will promote the guy in charge of safety, which is me. So, we got this conveyor belt that transports useful materials to the machine. Machine can be turned off at any time. It's a good machine. I don't have a floor cause I'm making it out of bone blocks. And yes, I was surprised too, but yes, it can be made of bone meal. Factory makes spyglasses for me. I told my friend I will do it and I did. In a gulag. Suburbs with one drum magazine being emptied. Why would I ever need spyglasses? I'm a communist, Blin! How else can my state-of-the-art spy agency operate on long distances without one? We got a balcony overhead, I tell you purpose later. We have little control panel machine system here. We can press so many buttons, it's glorious. You got some pipes that run over to these water tanks over here. What does this contraption do? We release steam into the air to achieve 100% humidity and laugh as the villagers try to deal in these hellish conditions. We got this claw machine that runs along the iron bars on the ceiling. I like it, he's good. And of course the chimney. What for? Burning corpses mostly. It will get smelly in here quick if there were at least 5 dead and dying villagers on the floor at any given time. Behind this door is where my place is. As you can see, we got even more pipes, buttons and a big ass lever. We go up and we has another button as well as a computer attached to a big red button for launching news at Washington, you see later. Of course, here is the balcony where we can watch as a villager gets their limb grossly mutilated and observe as he receives approximately 0 medical attention from his comrades out of fear of getting shot. That would happen like every 20 minutes. A villager bleeding out due to a work accident, of course, not getting shot. Cause I'll be shooting at the villagers outside every 5. What we have here is a power generator to the whole factory. Computer and big red button are there to basically regulate the power coming in, cause I may or may not have placed some uranium inside. But yeah, it's factory. It's inhumane, which means it's very cool. Look at that, we even got ventilation stuff to avoid causing an atomic catastrophe. As funny as it is, the gulag is not finished quite yet. Of course, with me in charge there will be a large mortality rate, which means we need a way to fabricate new villagers. Basically a whorehouse but for gulag. 3, 2, 1, hey ho, let's go. And there it is. I went for a rustic house look and I gotta say, it really do be looking like dog shit. But the villagers can't say that otherwise they get shot. We got a bunch of beds and grindstones to fuel the villagers integrating offspring. Then the little guys hopefully go into this water stream which flushes them outside like the little turds that they are. We shall see just how effective this contraption really is soon enough, cause I'm gonna get on with moving the villagers in here. Man, I love seeing the smog exiting the factory from my base. Reminds me of China. As you can see, I have acquired 2 villagers who just so happened to be the last ones in the village, which was pretty neat. I didn't have to commit genocide this time at least. I gave them some bread, I'm just waiting for the babies to pop out. But what about the village then? What am I gonna do with it? Yeah, it's not gonna be a tourist destination anytime soon. Oh well, you know what they say, gotta make the most out of the situation. I'm gonna run and get some marshmallows and ingredients for my shashlik. You can use that time by subscribing to Life of Boars.